I just don't feel the same way about my real estate career. I'm going to talk about something that I have pretty much been avoiding. Nothing is working out. It feels like starting over. It feels like I'm taking a step back instead of a step forward. I actually want to cry. I am starting a 9-to-5 job. I no longer feel the same passion I had for real estate as when I got into real estate. My passion has changed. Like I don't know how to explain it. This is really harder than I thought. I just don't feel the same way about my real estate career. I feel like at the beginning I was so motivated and so excited. And yeah, I just, as the time went by and I started to learn more about it and get more into the industry, I just realized that there is another area that I'm more passionate about, and that is the marketing side of things. And if you didn't know, I've actually, before getting into real estate and kind of how I started this YouTube channel, is that I had a marketing agency, or I was just starting it, and I was doing work for small business owners in the area, and then I got into real estate, applied those skills and the things I was helping other people with into my own business. And meanwhile, during my real estate career, I still did freelance social media work, but it was more of a project by project basis. It wasn't something that I told to the public or that I was actively acquiring clients for. It was more so for established clients and certain people that reached out. That I really enjoyed. I started that in 2019, that marketing agency. So I've known for a while that I really like that. But one of the reasons why I got into real estate is that I wanted to build my skills, my knowledge, and grow and all of these things. And I always knew that real estate wasn't going to be a forever thing for me or a long-term thing for me. It was going to be a stepping stone into this next chapter of my career. But let me tell you that I was not prepared for the transition process. It is so scary. I am terrified of this transition process and what that may look like. I think it is so scary starting something new. But last year I struggled with a lot of burnouts, and I've always struggled with that, but last year hit me the hardest. I was not really inspired to create content. I had little ups and downs here and there with putting out content and stuff, but this year I really wanted to take matters into my own hands and just change. I needed change. I needed to try something new. And so that's where I'm at right now. And again, it is terrifying because starting something new, I forgot this feeling and I missed it, but I forgot how scary it feels starting something new from scratch and building it from the ground up. Yeah, that's how I feel right now. Today, I am just getting ready to head out for a speaking event that I'm doing here in Tampa. I have a few minutes before I have to go, and I just wanted to sit down and just go over a few things that have happened. As of last week, I launched my new company, a media marketing agency, last week on the 18th of March, and the response has been overwhelming, but in the best way possible. I've gotten a lot of messages, a lot of supports, and I'm excited to share more about that as well. Right now, I'm a part-time agent. I still have some clients that I'm working with, but my end goal is to transition out of real estate into doing this full-time. In this channel, I've talked about getting my broker's license and everything, and that was always something I wanted to try just to push myself. But the truth is that even while I was doing the course, I never really I was like, no, this is not it. This is not where I see myself. Yeah, it didn't really work out. Spoiler alert, I failed the broker exam by 3 points, okay? But I did not put as much effort into it as I did my sales associate ones. Now we're here. Going to talk about something that I have pretty much been avoiding for the longest time, where I'm at and what happened. To be honest, I haven't felt like my old self in a while, in a long time, and also don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Very interesting time. I'm pretty sure I'm having my quarter life crisis right now. At least that's what it feels like, but I also can see it from a different perspective of I'm grateful for what I have. Can be a lot worse, from that perspective as well. Something that I have been feeling really strongly about, especially now after looking back at this past 7 months, I feel like I let myself down in a way. And I'm just being completely honest with you. It may not be the truth, but that's how I feel. Like I feel like I let myself down because I'm going through this change, in this period of time of change, and it feels like nothing is working out. It feels like starting over. It feels like I'm taking a step back instead of a step forward. It feels like the complete opposite of growth. And I feel like I let myself down. There's really nothing I can do about that feeling other than take action and stick to the plan and believing myself and looking at the big picture. And I'm at a place in my life where I don't want to say I've hit rock bottom, because I've been through worse. I've survived a lot worse. So this is not rock bottom, but this is, life is a series of ups and downs, and I'm currently at a downtime, and that's okay. I believe after everything I've been through in life, I believe that there's always lessons in the downtimes, things to learn, things to improve, and things can only get better from here. I truly believe that. But it sucks. Going through this time, it sucks a lot. It's not easy. It's not fun. What keeps me pushing through is the knowledge that I'm gonna come out of this better than before. I keep that in the back of my mind. But yeah, things have been tough. Today is May 22nd, 2024, and it's currently 8:14 in the morning. This is a message to myself. I am starting a 9-to-5 job, which I'm grateful for. Don't get me wrong. I'm very grateful for this opportunity and the way that it worked out. It checked a lot of the boxes of what I was needing and looking for. However, I can't help but feel a little disappointed in myself that it had to come to this, all because my plan didn't work out and because of myself, ultimately, because my plan didn't work out, but I also didn't work out. I have to take accountability. It's not just like the plan, it's like me. But I just want to remind myself, oh my god, something in my mind, that this is temporary, that this is another challenge, stepping stone to the future, that this is part of the process, part of your story, part of your journey. And stay focused. Most importantly, stay focused. Don't lose yourself, don't get comfortable, and focus on the bigger picture. I'm entering an era of changes, and it's scary because I care about other people's opinions at this time in my life. As of today, I care about other people's opinions. I care about what my family has to say. There's people in my life that definitely don't want to see me succeed, and they have been very vocal about it, and I don't want to prove them right. I don't know why I care so much that they will see this as like a failure or whatever, when it's truly not. I want to follow my passion and my heart. After being 4 years in the real estate industry, I realized that for me personally, the lifestyle of a real estate agent and the future of it, of a sustainable business, it's not for me. I did not see a sustainable future from a business perspective as a real estate agent. That's my thoughts. That's one of the reasons why I'm trying to leave the industry and build my media company, because I do see a future for that, a future where it's profitable, systematizable, if that's a word, where I'm able to systematize the business so that it can run mostly without my overseeing and micromanaging everything and without it depending on me. And I also see a future where I'm just happier, have more time, more freedom to work from wherever. That's what I'm keep telling myself and keep reminding myself, because in times where there's a lot of self-doubt and uncertainty and problems, a lot of financial problems, because obviously there's a lot of risks that I have been taking and am taking, that there's a lot of financial situations, problems that I'm trying to solve. It's very draining, very stressful. But here I am, taking things one step at a time. I think I still have everything that I mentioned, like all those fears and everything. And obviously the problems are still there, but I think it's a matter of keep moving forward, take things one day at a time, and it's go time and focus. And I'm actually in a way grateful for what I'm going through right now, because it's made me realize a lot of things, but one really important thing, and that is that I've always had the goal of, or the idea, right, in my head of, I want to be a millionaire. I have to be a millionaire. I want to be a millionaire. But I have never truly had a game plan for how am I gonna get there. It's always seemed like this far away idea and never really attainable, or like far down the road. That's not the case. Now, after reflecting a lot on this past few months, I'm like, okay, I have to be a millionaire. My family depends on me. My future depends on my ability to, me being able to become a millionaire. So many things depend on that, but also I now have a game plan, and I'm now investing a lot of time and effort into that idea, into personal development, into learning a lot about finances, taxes, tax strategies, credit, learning everything I can about money, politics. Like, I'm spending and investing a lot of time in this because I am serious about becoming a millionaire, and I will become a millionaire. But there's things I have to change as well. I can't expect to become a millionaire by doing the same things that I have been doing for the past few years, or every single day, whatever. It ultimately comes down to habits, financial habits, personal habits, work habits, all of these different things. And that's where I'm starting. I'm starting to work on my habits. So I'm currently reading the book Atomic Habits by James Clear. Really loving it so far. I'm like 20% in. That's where I'm starting. That's where I'm going to start. There's a lot that I'm learning and I'm going to learn. And so there's always good things, a silver lining in dark situations or bad situations or low points in life. So I'm grateful for that. Things have to change. I have to change. My situation has to change. Hopefully, I'm not making a mistake. Hopefully, I'm not going to regret all of this. Hopefully, I won't have to go back to being a real estate agent, because not only do I not really want to do that, like in my heart, I just don't want to have to do it and, have people, it's just people, the judgment. Like, why do I care so much? Why do I care so much about what people think? If I didn't care about what people thought, I would post this video or all the 7 videos of the same. I've tried to film the same video 7 times, but the truth is I don't have answers. And so I've tried to film that video for 7 times and I'm still not happy with the result. So I just not gave up, but like I'm putting it on hold until I have more hold of myself and I'm able to figure out like where is this ship going? Am I quitting real estate 100% or am I transitioning out of it? What is the future of my marketing agency, my marketing company? Is it an agency? Am I a freelancer? Like there's a lot of question marks in my life. They're driving me a little crazy. That's okay. It's all part of the process. But anyways, I start my work at 9 a.m. It's currently 8:34, so I'm gonna head out. All right, I'm gonna go. Today is May 23rd. It's 7:37 in the morning. I just finished getting ready for work. I have like an hour and a half before I have to clock in and go to work. I told myself that I'm only allowed to think about this new job or, the mental space that this job occupies on my head has to be between work hours. Outside of those work hours is my time, like go time, and I need to stay focused, be able to switch on and off from my job to marketing agency owner mode, and it's hard for me. It's always been hard for me to do that. Thoughts just consume me 24/7 and then they bleed into one another. It's a challenge, but I'm working on it. First thing that I need to do is that I need to have a plan. And the thing is that up until now, so I pretty much started working on this business since last year in September. But that was very minimal work, not very serious. Like I really got serious about it this year, like in January, February. And I launched it in March 18th. But I've been so stressed, financially stressed, that has hindered, I feel like, my creativity, and I haven't done things the way I want them done, or I haven't been able to think clearly with all these other things going on. So now that things are moving along, thankfully, I'm able to do that. So I need to make a list of everything that I need to do, starting with the most important thing right now to me is my clients, the one that I signed on. I'm making sure that I'm delivering results, that I'm delivering high quality service. So that's a big priority. But other than that, like really figuring out what is my offer? What are the services that I'm offering? How can they reach out? I need to figure out the social media. I need to figure out how I'm going to get business, like more prospecting that's not just social media. So many different things. So I'm going to do a brain dump of just like media business things. So I'm just going to do that, like just going to dump everything in one page, and then I'm going to put everything in Notion so I can then start executing those tasks. And I need to schedule them during the times that I'm not working, and that's outside of my personal time. That's another challenge that I'm going through, is not time management, but time management, you know, just being very efficient with my time, but also scheduling time for personal time, just trying to do all of that. Let's start with a brain dump, and then we shall go from there. It's 8:32 p.m. and I have been working on my computer for a little bit because I've had stuff going on after work this week since I started on Wednesday. So today is when I'm able to catch up on some client work. So this week has been very interesting for sure. I'm getting used to, obviously it's only been 3 days, but I'm getting used to this new routine, this new schedule, and it's gonna be a challenge. I already know fitting in my media work in only a few hours every day, and I have two days off during the week. But you know, I'm just trusting the process. Things are moving along, at least. Today's Saturday, and today I'm working from 10 to 5, and I have tomorrow off and Monday off. I have so much work to do. My marketing client, she's going out of town next week, and there's things I need before she leaves so that I can work while she's away on certain things. I feel really exhausted. I couldn't go to sleep until like 1 in the morning last night, so I couldn't wake up as early as I wanted to, but that's fine. And on top of all of this, I need to clean my apartment. I need to cook for the week, like cook my lunches and dinners or whatever for the week. I have to go see my family. And this first week was really like a test week, like getting used to the new routine or whatever. Like I still haven't added the gym to this. That's all the updates I've got. I am very overwhelmed right now. There's a lot of things going on in my head. I don't like where I'm at in life right now. I'm in a very weird place and I do not like it. There's a lot of self-doubt going on in my head right now. A lot of just mental BS that I shouldn't care about, but I do. There's a lot of what ifs. Just, I'm really overwhelmed. I don't know if I made the right decision in quitting real estate. I don't know if I made the right decision starting this media company. I don't know if I made the right decision by getting this 9-to-5 job, like full-time job, while I'm building this company and taking away my focus from being a real estate agent and that business. Oh my God, this is so stressful. I wish this is gonna sound so silly, but like I literally wish I knew the future. Like I knew what to do. I knew that something will work out. I wish I had some sort of roadmap or assurance or something that I am doing the right thing or not, because I'm going crazy. Like, I actually want to cry. I feel really lost right now. Feels like I have so much on my shoulders, like so much stress and things and problems, not enough solutions. But there's one thing that before starting this new chapter that I told myself, and that was that I would not question my plan. No matter how hard things got, I wouldn't change my plan, the course of my plan, or doubt my plan. And I have my reasons for that. Like I told myself that I have to at least try, that it's worse to regret not having tried it than, what does the saying go? Better to try and fail than having not tried and regret it for the rest of your life, something like that. That's what I keep telling myself. I keep telling myself so many things. That's one of the things I'm going through. I guess we'll know by the time you watch this video, if you ever watch it. I need to make a decision right now. Like I cannot keep putting this off, and like my heart is telling me like I want to be authentic, I want to share all of it, but my brain keeps telling me to not do it yet, to wait a little bit. My brain keeps telling me that this is gonna hurt It's gonna cause problems. I have to make a decision right now. I'm supposed to be filming a kind of vlog style life update, life reset kind of thing, but like I'm exhausted and I want to talk about like why I'm exhausted, because I've been up since 5 in the morning and I have this new job that, you know, some I have to film this video because I have a brand partnership that I have to submit. This was not supposed to go like this. Like I had my monthly calendar ready to go, but then when I sat down and to film those videos, I have literally all 5 of them saved and finished, but I won't upload any of them because I'm not happy with the narrative or what I'm sharing. Ugh. And I'm so glad that I did it. If I took out all of the other factors, is this the right thing to do? Yes, it was. And I'm very, very grateful. I was actually, I would say maybe May and June, I took that time just to focus on that job and making sure that I was, you know, doing a good job and everything. And then come around July, I started to then integrate and prioritize and change my schedule around so that I could work 2 jobs, my full-time job and working on my business. I had an epiphany during the summer where I was meeting with a local business, a bakery shop, and I went in there with a social media marketing proposal. But as I was asking them questions and getting to know their business and asking them what kind of systems they had, I know they had like a POS system, but that was like to the extent of it. They didn't have like an email marketing strategy to build community and to bring back repeat customers, things like that. Accounting, the only thing they had was a POS system. And when I started to have these conversations with the owner, the conversation shifted completely from marketing and them wanting videos and social media and things to how much will you charge me to do everything you just told me? Because I gave them advice on what systems they should have and why. And I was a little shocked. Obviously, I didn't, in my head, that was all in my head because in the conversation and in real time, I was like, yeah, sure, absolutely. I'll get you a proposal. I was going to figure it out. In my head, I was like, oh my God, this is not something I planned for. It just kind of happened. That opportunity, like I'll never forget it. And it's so crazy to me to think back on because I got in my car after that and everything just clicked. Everything clicked. I was not meant to be doing a social media marketing agency because my strength, my talent is in systems, organization, processes, and things like that. And then I looked back at my entire life, my career as a real estate agent, how all the agents I met, when they looked at my follow-up boss, my Google Drive, and all my different client experience systems that I had and how it prioritize that, all these different things. So that's the day I completely shifted from a social media marketing agency into a systems consulting agency. And that's really how it started. About a month later, I got my first systems consulting client. I've been working with her ever since. So it's been about 6 months now that we've been working together. Once I did that shift, I shifted the entire business plan, the packages, the pricing, the service offering, the framework. So as soon as I started promoting that, I started to get really busy. There was a point where I had at least 1 or 2 consultations a week. This was around August. August was my busiest month, and I had to do a wait list because of course now my time was compromised. I had this 40 hours that I had to dedicate to my full-time job, and then anything outside of that was for the business. As soon as I started to get really overwhelmed, I said, okay, I'm not gonna book any more clients. I'm just gonna finish the projects I have, focus on quality over quantity. I also am perfecting my service offering. I'm perfecting my framework, my process. I'm focusing on testing that and giving my clients results rather than trying to help everybody and do things for everybody. So it's still very much so in the process of I'm perfecting it. I am building my own SOPs and my own systems at the same time as I'm building my clients. And it's just been an amazing past few months. I am so happy with where I'm at right now. I am so happy about the future and everything that's going to happen next year. Next year, it's going to be an amazing year full of blessings and opportunities and just good vibes. Great vibes. That's where I am right now. I still have my full-time job, and then I have my business that I work with as a real estate systems consultant. Lots of great things are happening, guys. I'm so excited. So that's where I've been for the past year or so, just working my bum off. But there's more. There's more. There's more. It's been an amazing experience, and I could not be happier. And it took only a roller coaster later to figure this out. And I am so happy with my life right now. Okay. I survived. I made it. It's okay. And it's gonna get better from here. This experience has been great. I have working with this client, like I have been able to finally find my thing, and it makes me happy. Like I don't mind waking up early. I don't mind working 8 hours on top of my 8-hour work day. Like I love coming home and just getting to work. I won't lie, some days are hard because I'm exhausted. Like my body obviously needs rest and stuff, but for the most part, like I really enjoy what I'm doing and what I'm building here. I'm making an impact, changing, really transforming people's lives, because they come to me with all these different problems and inefficiencies, and I love just being able to fix that for them and show them how to work smarter, not harder. That's what I'm doing right now. And honestly, I don't have everything figured out yet. I am still, like I said, I'm testing this framework with my alpha clients. I have people on like a wait list, people that are interested, that are just not sure yet, because I haven't even been promoting myself, because I've just been focusing on this client. And I'm really, like I said, going back to having that peace of mind that I can take this time to finesse this and to build this into a high quality service. I'm really grateful for that. That's where we're at. So we're about 80% done with the project right now. So I have those two clients. I have my social media client that I'm still working with, and my alpha client for my systems service. So that's what I'm working on right now. The story still doesn't end. It's just, it's been so long. I need to catch you guys up. So, because this is important, this is happening today. Even though I've been working on building my systems consulting agency, whatever you want to call it, I still don't know what I want to call myself. Okay, like that's what I want to say. That I don't know. I'm still figuring things out. I'm still structuring things. I haven't really gone public with this yet. That's something I want to do this year. There's other systems consultant, but there's nobody, like I'm still learning all this by myself. And figuring out, okay, like, well, what's my elevator pitch? What is it that I do? How do I explain this to people without them looking at me like I have two heads? Because I feel like when I tell people, oh, I'm a real estate systems consultant, a lot of people maybe don't know what that means, and I want to be more clear. I still don't know how to verbalize what I do. I just know that I'm really good at it, and I have to be able to explain that. And I love it. That's the important thing. Going back to what I was saying, throughout this journey of restructuring my business, focusing on being a real estate systems consultant, I found a need for a SaaS product, and I'm currently pursuing that. If you're not familiar with what SaaS is, it's basically a software as a service. So I'm building a platform software. This happened recently. This happened I think it was over Christmas break or something. It just came to me as I was like working on it, and I'm like, oh my God. I immediately called my dad. I have a meeting with a lawyer today. First time ever meeting with a lawyer like this, because I don't typically, I don't know. I don't know. I haven't done that before, but for this, it feels like the right thing to do. It feels like the right place to start. Let me tell you where I'm at with that idea, because this is something completely new than anything I've ever done before. It's bigger than I ever expected, or has the potential to be. The idea came to me while over like Christmas break. So I started researching, how the heck do you actually build a SaaS company? And I decided to go with a lawyer first, have a consultation and figure kind of the legal side of things to protect the idea or whatever, which in hindsight, it's probably not the right place to start, because you want to start with like actual execution and proving the idea and stuff. But I'm already doing that at the same time, so it's fine. So where I'm at in that SaaS idea, I booked the call with a lawyer. I started mapping out mapping out the concept for the idea further and organizing, okay, what are the features? What are the needs? Like all that kind of research stuff. So it's still, currently I'm in the market research, market validation point. Very, very early stages of it. I have a survey I have a goal to survey 50 people before the end of this month, 25 real estate professionals and 25 consumers, like buyers, sellers, etc., or homeowners. And that's where I'm at. Market research, doing a lot of research. I started building out a pitch deck. I don't even have a name for it, honestly. I just need to start writing down. Actually, I can show you. I've been like brain dumping everything and just organizing all my different ideas and stuff, and then taking this information, putting it on the pitch deck. in a much more aesthetically pleasing way. After I finish the market research, market validation, that's the next part, I have to look for, or I have to meet with somebody with technical experience because I do not have that. So that's what I'm doing. My goal is to do that before the end of this month too. So I actually have a trip planned. I'm going to Kansas City next week. It's actually a personal trip, but also have an opportunity there related to this. So I just don't want to talk too much about it yet until it happens. So hopefully after that, I'll get a better idea of the technical side of this idea, if it's executable, if it's even possible. So after that, I have to hire a designer. So I have to hire a designer to start building the minimal viable product, or like a prototype of the platform. After that, once the design is finalized and ready to go, then I hire a developer. After I find somebody with a technical background and I'm able to have that meeting, I'll be able to finalize the budget side. Okay, is this something I can bootstrap or do on my own, or is this something where I need to bring in investors? And I don't know. It's still, like I said, in the very early stages, so I need to take it step by step. But yeah, that's what's happening. It's very exciting. It's very, very, very exciting, very different. And so far, out of everybody that I've talked to, they love the concept and the idea, and they need it, most importantly. I have brought you up to speed on everything that has happened in this past year. I have to get to work now. So it's currently 6:50. Today I work at 9, so I'm just going to get some work done before then. I have, during my lunch break, I'm gonna come home and have the call with a lawyer, which is 30 minutes. And then I get out at 6. I will come home after that and start working again. That's typically my life. Pretty normal day in life. And tomorrow I actually have a client meeting, so I have to prepare for that as well. It's 6:10. Quickly, what I do is I get home and I give myself an hour break before jumping into work mode again. I used to, the beginning, when I started my side job, I used to come home and either try to push myself to work right away so I could have full 6 to 11 or 6 to 12, whatever work block. But I found that wasn't the most smart thing to do because I ended up just being just jumping straight from my side job to working on my business and stuff. It just didn't work well. I found just not being able to focus, getting distracted and then I started taking 30 minutes off, and still that wasn't enough. It just wasn't enough time. I felt rushed, and then I didn't want to do anything. So an hour, it's perfect. It's the sweet spot. An hour break, I get to take a break, be able to transition, cook some food or pick up some food if I have to, and then jump to work. So that's been working great. And then I typically work just 7 to 11, 7 to 11:30, sometimes 7 to 12. And typically on long nights, I just sleep in a little bit in the morning. But I have a client meeting tomorrow morning at 8:30. It's a project update meeting with my systems client, so I have to wake up a little bit early, so I might not be able to sleep in as I usually do. So I'm gonna change myself into more comfy clothes, warm clothes because it's freezing, and cook some dinner and start working. I have my meeting with my client in a few minutes, so I'm just gonna get everything ready. Should be just a quick 30-minute meeting, and then I literally have to run to work and just talk about a few other items. So tell me, how's it going with ClickUp?
I love it, Julie. I need to take time to explore it because I'm using it the very minimum I know, but it's already a life-changing. It's amazing. Life-changing to keep it all at one place. Yesterday I had to discuss things with and we're keeping in the chat within the ClickUp. Mm-hmm. When I have it's the task on the voice message inside the ClickUp, so it's all in there.
It's all in one place.
And that's helping us not to lose track of what needs to be done.
Amazing.
The only thing that I still have to figure it out is an easy way for me to revise the task that was completed on a daily basis. But that's because I haven't had the time. I'm just going with the flow, seeing what wasn't completed. I feel like I have to go back just to make sure that it's done the way, let's say that I asked her to resolve a problem for me, and it's marked checked. I want to make sure that there isn't any comment, that it's really completed. So
I can fix that. So what I can do is I'll do a dashboard, or I'll add it to one of the management dashboard, and it'll just show you what was completed for that day and felt in that day.
That would be awesome.
I can do that. Was there anything else so far that you've seen that?
Everything, Julie, like the way that you divided the chats, the way that you divided the tasks, the way that you put in I have only great things to say, not only about the ClickUp itself, but about how you organized it.
Oh, I'm so happy.
Amazing.
Thank you.
I'm still like, this is shocking, It's shocking. I can't believe it.
That project ended up taking longer than I expected because I didn't want to be stuck in perfectionism and building something out, right, fully and perfect, and then not make any money along the way, or having it completely fully built out and then maybe that wasn't even what they needed. So what I did is I built out a very basic kind of version of it, like the most bare minimum type version, and then when I had that client, I was building everything kind of custom and with them at the same time. So that allowed me to get some revenue in, get some money in, and build my own systems for my business and my own processes and everything at the same time. So it took longer than I expected. It was a great experience, great learning experience, and it gave me so much clarity. It was so fun too. I did it all by myself. I don't have any team members yet, or anybody helping me out with this. So I did it all by myself, and it was so fun. It felt so good, and I'm super grateful for that opportunity. So that was great. But I realized, here's the thing, that it was a lot. That it was a lot of work for one person, and it felt harder to scale that offer and that business model of service provider, done for you type work. It felt difficult to scale where I'm at in life, in the season of life that I'm in, meaning I don't have a lot of hours to dedicate. This is not my full-time thing just yet. It just didn't make sense. It was really difficult for me to manage that project, my side job, and all these other things that are happening in life on that level done for you. So what I did, I started researching different types of coaches and business models and structures and stuff, and I came along a online business coach, and I decided to invest in their program, and that's what I'm currently going through right now. I have invested about $12,000 in this whole restructure process for my new business structure model, which is, instead of it being mainly done for you agency service provider type work, it's going to be mainly a coaching container, and then some other fun things on the back end, but on the front end is mainly a kind of coaching done with you type container. And that's what I'm in the middle of building right now, and it feels nice to not do it alone as well, and having an expert in the industry and having somebody help me build this, because I have been trying to figure things out on my own for so long. So it feels really nice to have her expertise, and that brings us to 2025. Q1 was super crazy for me because I wanted to make this large investment in my business. I needed to also come back on social media and rebrand, and the website and the Instagram and all of these different things. Q1 was a lot about investing in my business, and now I reached a point in April where all of that hard work in Q1 I started to feel exhausted again, kind of burnt out, and so I said, no, we're not going through that again. Let me just bite the bullet. Even though it's really hard for me to take time off, I still feel really guilty about it, but I'm working on it. In April, I decided to just take some time off a little bit and starting investing in myself again, which was non-existent for the past year or so, because again, I was just in hustle mode and work mode. So just investing in myself, meaning buying makeup, buying I bought a new vanity, which is where I'm at right now, buying new books, just spoiling myself, because I don't do that often. I just got home. That was very long drive. But what an amazing meeting. Wow. It's right now 8:06. I was in that meeting. It was supposed to be from 10 to 12, but we just kept talking, and that's literally all we did. We just talked business and everything. From 10 to like 6. We went to lunch as well, so that was good. I'm out of breath because I just came up the stairs. But now I am exhausted. I'm just gonna shower, take off my makeup, get in my pajamas, and I actually have to write a proposal. So I'm gonna write a proposal and try to have it sent out as soon as possible. I did say by tomorrow morning, but I do like to get it out the same day because that's when they're, you know, the conversation is fresh, they're excited, they're motivated. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm really excited. You guys will have to stay tuned tomorrow. Back to work. Yay, I'm so excited. So I gotta go back to work tomorrow. I'll be by myself. Everybody else is off, so that will be lovely. But tomorrow's Friday. Yay. Although I do work on the weekend. I work Saturday, so that's okay. That's my choice. Oh my goodness, so much has changed. We need to catch up because I'm in shock still. I think I need to talk through it. So last week I came home from my meeting and I sent out a proposal for that client meeting, and today's Wednesday. So about a week later, we were able to close on that deal. So excited about that. And it's so crazy how it happened because, or not how it happened, but just the timing of it, because I'm still in shock. Being able to close that deal is going to allow me to quit my 9-to-5 job. So I'm putting my 2 weeks in today. And it's so crazy to say that because even though that's something I've worked towards for the past year or so, the moment it's finally here and now I'm in shock. I'm processing everything. This all happened very quickly. Like I said, it's not like it was planned. So it's happening. It is 8:42 in the morning and today's my last day at my job. I don't know how to feel yet. I'm like, this is really real. I don't know, it doesn't feel real yet. Tomorrow I won't be able to, I wanted to like take some time tonight to like actually celebrate you know, this freedom day or whatever, like commemorate the day. But I have 2 meetings tomorrow in the morning so that I have to prepare for. So I have to come home after work and just do another all-nighter session like I've been doing for the past year. I went to sleep at 2 in the morning today. And I woke up at like 7, so I'm a little bit tired. A lot tired. Very tired. But still, there's a lot of work to do. But now, I'm really hoping I'll have more like mental capacity, more mental space to actually like hold and do like all these things that I want to do. Because, yeah, I've been surviving on 50%, I don't know, like very low percentage of my capacity, like what I can do and accomplish, I feel like. So hopefully by taking this off of my plate, I'll have more energy, more mental space, and more capacity to do these. Anyways, I don't know what I'm saying anymore. I can't believe it. I've been there for exactly a year and a month, and I'm a totally different person than who I walked in as. I feel like there's been so much change and growth and just wow. I have to clean out my office today. Oh my god. Okay. Well, we're just gonna go. We're gonna take it step by step. It's a lot of emotions going on. I feel like there's a lot of things. I think when I'm at home, like it doesn't feel as real because it just feels like business as usual. Today marks the end and the beginning of a new era and of a new season in life. So